Good morning, and thank you for waking up with Edie Darling. I truly count it a joy and a blessing to come before you each day, speaking life. For some of you, many of you, you may have had somebody in your life who have spoken totally against you. They never wanted to believe in you, and they didn't want to see the dreams and visions that you may have had come to fruition. And as a result of those things, you've gotten into a mindset of I can't do it. It'll never happen. So now what I want to do is change that mindset around and begin to say, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can accomplish these said goals and dreams and aspirations of life. Because as I mentioned to you, God is raising up a group of people, individuals who will not be afraid, will not be ashamed to do the things of God. You know, He may take you out of that comfort zone, though, in order to do it. And removing you from the comfort zone means that He's got to take you some places that you thought you'd never go. You know, when Jesus came onto the scene, Jesus came, He said, not that I came to destroy the law, but to fulfill it. He said, and all these things that you guys are doing to make all these stipulations to get my people unto my Father, that ain't what my Father said. So here's God who says, I came to fulfill it. I came to show you the real way it needs to be done. He's bringing truth. He's bringing peace. He's bringing love. God loved everybody. He loves everyone. And that's why He tells us, judge not, lest you be judged. But God is calling His people. He's calling them unto Him like His disciples. As He told the sons of Zebedee, He said, drop thy nets and follow me, and I will make you fishermen of men. That's what God is maybe telling you today. He may tell you to drop some things that you're used to doing in your life. It may be the job you have. It may be anything. It could be, oh, wow, a multitude of things. I could tell you some things that God has told me to drop. And on that journey, you will find yourself alone in many instances. I want to tell you something. You're never alone. Because if God goes before you, He's preparing the place. He's preparing it for you. And that's what God wants you to do. He wants you to put all your total trust in Him. He wants to know that if He asks you to do something, like Abraham, He says, go into the place in which I show thee. And He promised Abraham that he would ultimately one day have an heir. And in the process of Him giving him that heir, He gave him Isaac. We know about the other son, but we're focusing on Isaac right now. And he says, listen. He says, I want to know that I can trust you enough that I have your total and complete attention. That even though I've given you this promised child, He says, I want you to go and sacrifice that child unto me. But Abraham knew that it was a promise that even if he did go up there and sacrifice that child, that somehow God would make that promise be fulfilled in his life, because God is not one that He should lie. God wants to know that you're willing to make some sacrifices in your life, that you're willing to give up some things in your life. And it may be things that you love unconditionally. And God wants to know that you will put Him above all things. And those things that you give up, they may seem of the world, but He'll give you more in return by your obedience. And that's what I want to tell you today, that if God is calling you to do something, just be obedient to Him. Fulfill His word, fulfill His will in your life, and you will see His blessings come unto you 100-fold, 1,000-fold. And it may come in the lives of people that you are touching, but just Just be obedient to him. Know that he's with you. Know that he loves you. And he will never forsake you. Peace and blessings I send you this morning, my friends. Peace and blessings.